Hi, my name is Adam Tomes. I'm an associate professor and turfgrass extension specialist at Iowa State University.
My name is Quincy Law. I'm an assistant professor of turfgrass science at Iowa State University.
And this is LT Turf. One of the big things we do a lot of is variety testing. So we're home for many of the National Turfgrass Evaluation Program trials. This is an example of one of the ones that we've done. This is the Creeping Bentgrass Fairway Height Trial. We also have perennial ryegrass both in the sun and in the shade, Kentucky bluegrass in the shade, fine fescue in the sun and shade as well. And so that gives us a chance to actually evaluate and see how these cultivars do in Iowa in our growing conditions. And so we're always excited to have that data available for consumers that are questions about, what's going to work for us in our conditions. And so this is a great example of that.
So here is another fairway trial. And so in this instance, we're looking at plant growth regulators and what happens when we combine a couple different plant growth regulators into one application and what that does to the turf, how the ball will roll across that turf. So this is a graduate student project that we have. He's kind of in the background mowing the remains of it right now, but we have a lot of different types of research ranging from athletics to golf to home lawns, and so this is kind of one of the examples of the golf course research that we do.
So what's your favorite turf movie?
Field of Dreams. I'm from Iowa.
Makes sense. I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this line of work? What's the background on where did you fall in love with turf?
Kind of a funny story on that. Wanted to be a farmer, but didn't really have any land or anything like that. Big tractors are really expensive. So this is kind of like urban farming. And so this was a chance for me to get to be on tractors and grow crops. That's just one you don't eat. So that's how I fell in love with it.
So how does your lawn look at home?
It looks really good right now, yeah. I know a lot of times people say not terrible, but I feel like I've got it dialed in pretty good right now. So one of the unique things that we had the opportunity to do was work and partner with Iowa State Athletics and grow their game fields. And so in late 2020, we decided we were going to replace and partner with Iowa State Athletics to grow a new football field. So we took this area, and this is 3 acres here. There's 3 acres behind us. That was a cornfield before. We sand capped it with USGA spec sand, and then we seeded it again with 365 SS seed from Mountain View Seeds, and grew it in as bluegrass sod. A year and a day from the time we seeded it, we took it and transplanted it to the football playing surface, and they've been playing on it since. That worked out well. We also did their practice fields, and then also the softball and soccer fields as well. Come on in, take a look at some of the equipment we use out here for the facility. The first mower I kind of want to highlight is what we use kind of to keep our sod height of cut stuff, so we keep it at 1.25 inches. A reel mower. When we're initially growing in the sod, we walk mowed it, just because that was sod growing on sand. We did that a couple times, and then we put this on it. We also have a Procore here that we've modified to be a football game simulator. So on the back, there's basically a feet loaded with springs that simulate a football game. So a couple passes of that, there's cleats on there, and it simulates a lot of wear on the turf. We've got a greens mower, of course, here. A couple things over here. One of the things on the way there we couldn't live without is our aerifier. We're big believers in getting air into the root system, and so that's very important to us. So we have 2 sprayers. We have a Z-spray device to kind of train our students that are interested in home lawn care, and we're realizing there's more and more use throughout the turf industry. And then we have this John Deere sprayer. It's got the GPS, the auto steer, individual nozzle control. And so again, we're trying to bring the technology to the students. And so we'll teach them about this in class and try to learn, and then we also use it to maintain the facility. So.
Hi guys, I'm Joe Hill. I'm the manager of turf operations for Iowa State University Athletics. Come on in, welcome to Jack Trice Stadium. I'll show you around. All right, so what we have here, we have 93,000 square feet of Kentucky bluegrass, 100%. It's 365 SS by Mountain View Seeds. This is also a hybrid field, so what that means, there's synthetic stitching sewn into this field. We've been told by the company that did it that it's roughly 5% of the surface, so I'm always careful to say that we have synthetic in this because this is a 100% natural grass field. And so it's 3 years old. It was installed in 2022. This sod was grown at the Iowa State Hort Farm here in Ames, Iowa. So a unique situation where this sod is homegrown, and so a really cool story for the athletic department and the university. It's been a really great field. So. All right, so behind me I have Johnny Major's practice field. We have 2 natural grass fields next to this synthetic field. This is where the day-to-day practice goes on, where we bang around out here and get most of their work in. As I said, inside, the team rarely goes into the stadium, which is good for us. It means we can have really excellent turf inside. This is where we get a little bit more wear and tear and the day-to-day grind of the violence of football. And so we're at the Bergstrom indoor facility here at Iowa State. This is where primarily our football team uses this field. As you can see, it's a football field, but it also is a facility that our other outdoor sports use during the winter months here because it's too cold outside. So a very used building, a very important building for what we do, and a really nice asset for us in terms of when we get weather outside, the teams will come inside and work out in here. So it does save us once in a while. So a great facility, and we absolutely love it. All right guys, so another stop on our tour is one of our 2 shops. This is our primary shop just off of the football facility. Come on in and we'll show you a few pieces of equipment that we use. So this is, as I said, this is one of our primary shops. It's the main shop here. We have another one at our softball and soccer facility that's just a few blocks away. We keep the equipment we use daily in here. I don't know if I could pinpoint a favorite without playing the game, but I think if I had to pick one, it would be this old Ford tractor, only because it's an old Ford tractor and it's just cool to drive around. We rely on John Deere equipment, Toro equipment, Wiedemann. We have a little bit of everything. It's a mixed bag. All right guys, you saw our sod farm, you saw their shop, you saw our shop, you've seen Jack Trice Stadium, and you've seen this field. We've got a game coming up. Now get off my turf.